What's up, Wargamers? Welcome back to Battleshock Wargaming Studio. In today's video, I've got a guest in the house. We're going to be playing Age of Sigmar. Welcome back, Gavin.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Yeah, good to see you again. It's been too long.
Yeah.
You brought your Beastclaw Raiders today. Tell me a little bit about your army.
So we got a Boulderhead list today. 3 Stonehorns, Thunder Tusk, and some Morn Fangs. So hopefully we can do some damage with them. Everything that can take a bird's got a bird.
Yes, that's what makes me most nervous, is all of that chip damage with mortal wounds. Out of the other multiple things that make me nervous about playing Beastclaw Raiders. They're very, very good right now. I brought one of my most beloved armies. It's going to be OCR Bonereapers, and this is just kind of a Swiss Army knife army. I've got a little bit of everything. Really excited to get it out there so we can do Feast of Bones 3.0. It's going to be really, really cool. If you're new to the channel, please take time to like, share, and subscribe. We have a big goal this year to hit 10,000 subscribers and 100 members. If you're interested in what our membership service has to offer, hit that link down below. Big shout out to both of our affiliates, Baron of Dice and Grey Matter Gaming. Baron of Dice supplies all of our beautiful dice that we roll on this channel and these amazing objective markers, and Grey Matter has supplied us with this fantastic mat, this desert mat I absolutely love. He also has some other stuff, some magnetic trays, and a couple other things, so go ahead and check that out. There are promo codes down below for both of those websites, so you can get yourself a couple bucks off. So Gavin, with that being said, why don't we go ahead and take a look at the armies?
Yep, sounds good.
Right. Let's take a look at the OCR Bonereapers today. I'm going to be running Petrifex Elite Subfaction, which means that I reduce Ren by 1 for all attacks coming into me, and I have a Relentless Discipline ability called Bludgeon to add 1 to the Ren of my attacks in melee. My general is going to be the Liege Cavalos. He has Godbone armor, so he ignores the first damage he takes in every phase, and he is the Mighty Archaeosian for +2 wounds. He has Liege keywords, so he gives me extra Relentless Discipline points in each of my turns. Archon the Black is in the list. He has a command ability to add 6 inches to his casting and all the other wizards around him. He has regen for up to 3 units within 24, which is really nice, and he's not too bad in a fight either. Then I've got a Mortesian Soul Mason. He's going to know Soul Guide for reroll 1s in melee and shooting, and he also knows Reinforced Battle Shields to give my Mortet Guard a 5-up ward against mortal wounds. I've got a Mortesian Bone Shaper for a little bit more regen. He also knows Reinforce Naderite Weapons, and he also knows Bone Storm, which is a mortal wound spell. I've got the Nightmare Predator. This thing just runs around the board and picks a prey to do extra mortal wounds against, whilst doing mortal wounds to every other unit that it passes across. I've got 2 units of 3 Necropolis Stalkers. These bad boys are little blenders. They have 4 different fighting styles, and you get to pick one at the beginning of the combat phase. I've got 1 reinforced unit of Harbingers. They do a lot of damage with their halberds that are -2 Ren and 3 damage. They charge 3d6 as well, which is nice to get them stuck in. The backbone of my army is going to be 4 units of Mortet Guard. They're MSU. They're just going to be plugging up the board to protect me from those Beastclaw Raiders. Here's the dice I'm using today. That sigil is going to be a 6. It's a little Mortet Guard head. Pretty dope. So there you have it. Petrifex Elite Subfaction. Let's go ahead and see what Gavin brought today. Let's take a look at this fearsome Boulderhead list. Boulderhead allows Gavin to take a mount trait for each one of his mounted heroes, and all of the monsters are going to have +2 wounds, which just makes them extra scary. His general is going to be a Frostlord on Stonehorn with Touched by the Everwinter command trait, so he is a priest who knows Pulverizing Hailstorm. He also has Arcane Tome with Flaming Weapon and Metal Cruncher mount trait, which is just a bunch of damage coming out of this bad boy. He has a Huskard on Stonehorn, which has a Blood Vulture. The mount trait is Rockmane Eldar, so he is -1 to be wounded, and his prayer is Keening Gale, which is a +3 to movement prayer. Really, really nice. He's got a Stonehorn Beast Riders unit with the Blood Vulture and the crossbow. Stonehorns, when they charge, do mortal wounds on 4-ups for every inch they charge. Super, super good. They also have a 5-up ward. Then we have a Thunder Tusk Beast Riders in his list with the Blood Vulture. The Thunder Tusk is -1 to be wounded and has a fun little shooting attack that does just mortal wounds. And then to wrap it up, Gavin has a double reinforced unit of Mornfangs with the Gargant Hackers, -2 Ren, 3 damage, and lots of attacks from the mounts as well. Here's the sexy dice he's using. These are square-sided dice. The Maw is a 6. And that's it, Boulderhead Maw Tribe. So let's go ahead and take a look at the mission. Before we take a look at the battle plan for today, big shout out to everybody on this wall. These are lords and commanders in our membership service, and we really appreciate all your added support. So today we are going to be playing In the Presence of Idols with the new GHB rules. They left this one in, and it's a pretty good one, so let's talk about it. So we've got a corner deployment. We've got 3 objectives cut down diagonally in the center of the board, and we each are going to pick 3 units to be our idol units. This means that they are kind of like priority targets. If you kill an idol unit with one of your idol units, you're going to get an extra victory point. We're going to be scoring hold 1, hold 2, hold more. We're going to be scoring battle tactics, and we're also going to be scoring grand strategies. My grand strategy today is going to be take what's theirs, so I want to have more units in Gavin's territory than he has, and his is going to be defend what's ours, so he's going to try to stop that from happening. So this is going to be pretty good. Let's go ahead and see who has initiative. All right, we're back to get this battle started. I had 2 drops and Gavin also had 2 drops. So I decided to be attacker. So I ended up outdropping him, and I'm deciding to let him go first because I don't want to get hit for 2 turns. It's already going to do plenty of damage in 1.
Yep.
So that's what we're going to do. You've seen the list, you've seen the armies. Go ahead and leave a comment down below. Who are you rooting for? Who do you think is going to win this battle today? I'm the underdog, the OCR Bonereapers with their 2.0 battle tome, and we got the shiny new Beastclaw Raiders, so let's see what happens. So Gavin, let's go ahead and get into your turn. Starting with command points, you have 2 command points. Yep. I have 11 Relentless Discipline points. I generate those by rolling a dice for each unit in my army, and also I get them on my heroes, and then for my general being on the battlefield. Yep. So I have tons of those. Anyway, let's go ahead and start with your battle tactic. What are you going to do for your battle tactic?
We're going to try gaining momentum. So we're going to pick that unit right there and try to obliterate it from the face of the planet.
I think that's going to be really easy for you.
And then we also just have to make sure we have more objectives than him. So.
Yeah, that's a really, really good time to go on that. The other thing about this matchup that makes me nervous is you're going to be holding objectives really well with all your monsters. So I've definitely got some work to do. I've got a lot of experience with OCR Bonereapers, so we'll see how it goes. All right, so that's your battle tactic. Let's go ahead and get into heroic actions. What are you going to do?
We're going to try to get a command point on the Frostlord. And he does get that.
Nice, he gets a command point. I'll give him a button. For my heroic action, I'm going to do Relentless Leadership, and I'm going to put it on Archon, so I get to use 1 Relentless Discipline point for free this turn. It's probably not going to come up, but I don't have any other good ones, so that's what I'm going to do.
Awesome.
Let's go ahead and get into your casting and your prayers. Where are you going to start?
We're going to start with the Frostlord and the Flaming Weapon himself. Hard 10.
+1, right?
Yeah, +1 would be next to the pot.
So that's an 11?
Yep.
Oh, I hate that so much. I am within 30 inches with Archon the Black, so I'm going to try to unbind this. I'm on a +2, so I need a 10 on dice. No way. So Flaming Weapon on the Frostlord. That's scary.
For next, we're going to go same guy. He's also, we also went with the command trait that makes him a priest.
Okay, so he's going to pray.
Yep, so we're going to do Pulverize and Hailstorm.
Okay.
Goes off on a 3.
All right, goes off. So you pick a point on the battlefield within 18 inches, and every unit within 3 takes D3, right?
Right here.
Okay, so right in front of my front rank because we're exactly 18 inches apart. So he's going to hit me. Let's see what happens. So on a 2+, Gavin is going to do D3 mortal wounds with Pulverizing Hailstorm. Yep. Okay, goes off. How many?
For 3.
The big 3. Oh, 6s. Okay, I shrug 1. So 2 poor Mortek Guard go down. All right, you got 1 more prayer.
We're going to go Keening Gale, which should give 3 inches to the Mournfang. It also goes off on a 3.
Okay. Nice 6. So, you're rolling lots of 6s with those sexy dice. Okay, so you're +3 to move with your Mournfang.
Yes.
They're also hungry, so they move 11 +3.
Yeah, so
right?
14 inches. Pretty much everything else moves 14 inches as well, except for him. He's a little slower.
Yeah, well, that's super fast.
Yeah.
Do you have any other hero phase stuff to do?
No, that'd be it.
All right, let's go ahead and get into Gavin's movement phase, and then we'll show you what he did. Gavin, you finished your movement phase. Tell me what you did, starting with the Stonehorn on the outer flank.
So this one just moves clear over so it could have a better chance of getting over here. Plus, it keeps it near the pot in case I need it.
Pop the Maw Pot, sure.
Both the 2 more aggressive Stonehorns just went they're going for it. So they just went straight up the gut.
Yep, so this is a Beast Riders and a Frost Lord right here, and then just behind you've got your Thunder Tusk.
Yeah, so he moved up to enough to keep in range of his snow bazookas. So we should hopefully be able to thin out some ranks. And
Excellent. And then on the outer flank here?
The Mournfangs just moved up to grab that objective, and they're just going to hang out there until I possibly need them.
All right, excellent. Well, let's go ahead and get set up for some shooting, because you got some shooting to do. All right, so we've got 2 Beast Riders. The Thunder Tusk in the back that you see is a Beast Rider. That's signified by another ogre on the base right there. So that unit has a crossbow, and the unit that's right in my face has a crossbow. So Gavin is going to shoot the crossbows first. Let's see what happens. Who are you going to shoot first?
First one, the lead one's going to go into the group of Mortec.
Okay.
Does not hit.
Okay, and then the second crossbow?
Same target, does not hit also.
Okay, and then we've got 3 birds.
So we're going to go first bird into the Mortec, kind of thin them out hopefully a little bit more. So that's 1 mortal.
Let's see if I shrug it. I do not. So 1 dead.
Next bird, another mortal.
Okay, on a 6. I do not shrug it.
And the third bird, yep, another mortal.
All right, and 6. Oh, I shrugged that one. Okay, cool. So you're done with the birds, and then you've got the Snow Bazooka. Who is the Thunder Tusk going to shoot his Snow Bazooka into? Oh yeah, so you want to shoot the 10-man unit here because you do mortals on 5s.
Yeah, rather than 6s.
Excellent. Okay, so Snow Bazooka into the second rank of Bonereapers. Let's see what happens. Let's see, I see 4 mortal wounds.
Yep, 4 mortals.
It's funny, I'm holding 4 dice in my hand, so let's see if I shrug any of these. I do not, so 4 guys go down. I'm going to pull those, and then we can get set up for charges, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, Gavin, that was some pretty effective shooting. Now we're going to go ahead and get into charges. Let's see what you get.
So we're going to charge with this first one.
Okay. 10.
Big 10, that's
big
what we
10.
like. So he's going to go here.
Boom, and then he's going to do impact hits now, so mortal wounds on 4s on 10 dice.
10. See some 4s, baby. Woo, here we go. Another 4.
Okay. I've got 4 mortal wound saves. Shrug 1 of those, so 3 go down. All right, Mortec Guard are flying all over the place right now as they get charged into by some stone horns. Let's charge the Frost Lord and see what happens. Okay, 6. 6 is good.
6 will do just enough because we just want to get in.
Boop. Okay.
So looking for 4s again.
Wow, 4 mortal wounds on 6 dice. Not bad at all. Let's see if I get any 6s. Nope, the whole unit's dead. So you completed your battle tactic, good sir. Let me pull these 2 and then we'll get into combat. Okay, Gavin is into monstrous actions, and he has a special one out of his book. We read to make sure, and you do not have to be within 3 to do this. It's just at the end of the charge phase. So he's going to go ahead and do it. Tell us a little bit about this monstrous rampage.
So it's only usable by Stonehorns. It's called Unstoppable Charge. So they can use it after they do a charge, and they get an extra 3d6 movement. And they have to finish within 3 inches of an enemy. But anything they cross over or touch at the end on a 2+ takes D3 mortals.
So good. Okay, who are you going to do it with?
Frostlord's going to go careening off into the distance.
Okay, as he should. All right, that's a 9, so you definitely can do some stuff with that. The Stonehorn found a nice little cozy pocket right there after moving 9 inches. And now we can go ahead and get into combats.
He has to finish off the damage for his
monsters.
Oh,
yes.
Yeah. So for that, by his tail.
On a 2-up?
Yep. They take D3 for 3.
The 6s, none, so 3 go down.
The guard that he's closest to on his right side for 2.
Okay, 2.
The Crypt Stalkers for 3.
6s. Oh, good job. All right, well, you have done tons of damage. Now we can get into combat. So at the beginning of the combat phase, none of these are roared. So what I'm going to do is I am going to do Blade Parry Aspect on my Necropolis Stalkers to let them re-roll their saves. Then I'm going to do Shield Wall on both units of Mortek Guard to let them re-roll their saves. And then I'm going to do Bludgeon with both the Necropolis Stalkers and with Archons. So we're using 4 Relentless Discipline points right here. That brings me down to 7. Okay, so Gavin is splitting his attacks between 3 units. He's going to put the horns into the big unit of Mortek Guard, the hooves into the small unit of Mortek Guard that's right here, and then on the other side of him are some Necropolis Stalkers. That's where the flaming Frost Spear is going to go.
So contradictory.
Yes, yes. So let's go ahead and do the Rock Hard Horns first into the Mortek Guard that we're looking at.
So we got 6 attacks. These will get a +1 to damage from the charge.
Yep.
So these will be actually 4 damage.
Very nice.
Average like always.
3 hits.
3s. 1 at -2.
Okay, so that goes to -1 because I'm Petrifex Elite, and then I'm Shield Wall, so this is a 5-up re-rolling. I fail the first one. I fail the second one, and then it's 4 damage.
4 damage.
And I shrug 1, so 3 go down. Okay, he's gonna kick backward with his hooves.
Like a donkey. So I get D6 attacks for 3. And these are gonna be 2s and 2s.
Nice, didn't drop any at all, and then 2s.
So 3 at -1.
Okay, -1 I ignore, so this is 4-up re-rolling because of Shield Wall and Petrifex Elite Subfaction. Oop, oop. Saved them all, Gavin.
Ripperoony.
Okay, 1 Necropolis Stalker only has 1 wound left. Now these guys are reducing rend by 1 and also re-rolling their saves because of Blade Parry Aspect, which is one of their fight styles. So go ahead and fight with your Frost Spear. Now if you hit and wound with this, doesn't it reduce my attacks?
Only if it's a hero or a monster.
Okay, cool, okay.
We got 4 attacks, 2s and 3s. And 3s. God damn. Not good. 1 at -1.
Okay, so that goes to no rend because of Petrifex Elite, and then I'm on 4-up re-rolling. Nope. Nope.
4 damage.
6s? Yes, so 3 damage. That takes 1 Necropolis Stalker down, and then another one takes 2 wounds. Well, that was insane how much damage that Frost Lord just did. Now I'm gonna
hit better. You would have done more, but it's okay.
Now I'm gonna poke you a bunch, like so many times. So let's go over to the first unit of Mortek Guard. Okay, so there's actually 2 units of Mortek Guard, 1 3-man, 1 5-man. So they're all just gonna attack at once for ease of play. So they've got 2 attacks each, and then the leader in each unit has 1 extra attack. So we've got 18 attacks. 3s and 4s, 6s on the hit explode.
Couple 6s.
Always helpful to have exploding 6s. I really wish that I could do all-out attack, you know, but Bonereapers aren't cool enough to use regular command abilities, so It's fine. That re-rolling saves did help me quite a bit, though, right there. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, it did.
And then 4s. Gavin, make 9 saves at -1.
Looking for 4s.
Nice save roll. So you only failed 4. And then you got a 5-up ward. Now, because he's Boulderhead, this Frost Lord has +2 wounds, so he has 17 total wounds.
And prevents 1s, so he takes 3.
Okay, he took 3 wounds from the Mortek Guard. Let's go ahead and go over to the Necropolis Stalkers. The Necropolis Stalkers were caught off guard as they got charged by a flying Stonehorn, so they're going to swing back. They've got 10 attacks, and this is 3s and 3s. It's just -1 rend and single damage, or actually I bludgeon them, so it's going to be -2 rend and single damage. So 3s and 3s, not bad, only dropped 2 on the hit roll, and then we're looking for 3s to wound. 4 wounds at -2, they're just single damage.
So looking for 5s. Saved 1.
Okay, and then you've got your 5-up ward.
Looking for 5s again. Saved another.
Okay, so you've taken 5 5 total. You just took 2 more. Okay, and then Archon the Black has been pulled into combat, so he's going to pile in and fight as well. Okay, Gavin, Archon the Black used Bludgeon at the start of the combat phase, so he's going to be +1 to the Ren for all of his attacks. We're going to start with Zephyr Kar, which is his sword. This is 3s and 3s. 1 hit, 1 wound, -1.
Force. Nope.
D3 for 2.
5s. Yep.
Oh, yeah, how dare you. Good job. Kenashan, his staff. This is going to be 4s and 3s. Hits and a wound, -1.
4s.
Or I'm sorry, -2.
Oh.
But you saved it. Yeah. I forgot about Bludgeon on that first one. That's fine. Okay, Ebon Claws. This is 6 attacks. This is going to be 4s and 3s. Okay. 50% is nice on 4s and 3s. Okay, so you've got 2, and these are -3 Ren because of Bludgeon. So
6s.
Nice save roll, so 2 damage.
And, nope, we'll take those.
Okay, he's up to 7, suffered. Jeez, this Frost Lord. Okay, and now we've got the Spectral Claws and Daggers. This is 6 attacks, 5s and 4s. 6s are a mortal wound and the attack sequence ends, and everything else missed. So 1 mortal wound roll.
And 5. We'll take it.
Okay. Well, you charged into my whole army, and I only did 8 damage, and you seized 2 objectives and completed your battle tactic.
Yep.
I would say that was a pretty damn strong alpha strike. So let's go ahead and get onto the hero cam. We'll score you up, and we'll get going with Bonereapers turn 1.
Sounds good.
Okay, so before we score Gavin up, we realized that his Stonehorn had completed a charge, the Stonehorn Beast Riders, so they are eligible to pile in and fight. I'm still going to do shield wall on this other unit, so they'll be re-rolling their saves, and Gavin's +1 to damage for his Crushing Horns because he charged.
Yep.
So he's just going to, unleash unholy hell into this 10-man unit of Mortek Guard and see what happens. All right, go ahead.
Starting off with the 6 Karate. 4s and 4s. And 4s. There we go. 2. No Ren.
2 no Rens. Okay, 4 up re-rolling. Saved him. Okay, keep going.
And then we got 6 horns. There we go.
Jeez.
And 3s. So 3 at -2.
I reduced Ren by 1, so this is a 5 up re-rolling. I fail 1.
4 damage.
Okay, and then that's 6s, and I shrug 1. So 3 more Tech Guard dead so far. I'm going to keep a body count right here.
Hooves for 3 again.
Okay.
These are 3s and 2s. And 2s. So 1 at -1.
4 up re-rolling, save that one. Okay, let's see, Gavin, you scored 5 points, right?
Yeah.
Hold 1, hold 2, hold more, and you completed your battle tactic. You did not kill an idle unit with an idle unit, so no extra points there. So we can go ahead and get into my turn. I used 5 Relentless Discipline points last turn. Now I'm going to generate some more. So I get 1 because my general's on the battlefield, and then I roll for each unit that I have on the battlefield. I've lost 1 unit, so I still have 10 units. So we'll roll for that real quick and see what happens.
Okay.
So we're up to 8 Relentless Discipline points for the turn.
We'll try to get a command point on that Frost Lord again.
Okay.
He gets it.
He loves it. He is leading by example for his entire force. He's like, let me show you how to crush some skeletons down into the dirt. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get into my turn right now. At the start of the phase, the hero phase, I'm going to do some healing with both a Archon and with my Bone Shaper right here. So the Bone Shaper is going to bring back 3 skeletons to this unit right here. And then Archon the Black is going to bring back 3, but it can only be 2. So that unit's back. And then we've got 3 coming back to this unit from Archon the Black. And then I'm actually not going to bring any back to that unit because I want to use my final heal to heal my Necropolis Stalker. So my Necropolis Stalker is back to full health. I can't bring back Necropolis Stalkers because they have too many wounds. So let's carry on with the hero phase. I am going to do Punishment of Death with my Terrain feature, and on a 2-up, the Frost Lord is going to take a mortal wound. He does. Roll your ward save. Oh!
He does not.
Ah, I didn't do a heroic action yet though. And I'm gonna do Necromantic Mastery. So the first spell that I cast with this gentleman here cannot be unbound.
Okay.
And I'm gonna try to bring out the Nightmare Predator, comes out on a 6. That comes out. So I'm gonna read up real quick on the rules because it's been a minute since I've used the Nightmare Predator, and then we'll get him out on the board. Okay, the Nightmare Predator has come out. It's right here. It's gonna move 2d6 at the end of the hero phase so we can continue on with casting. For this gentleman's second cast, he is going to do Empower Nadirite Battle Shields on these guys. That fails. And then we'll cast with him. He's going to Empower Nadirite Weapons on the same unit. So we're going to try to get those Mortek Guard to have exploding 5s. That goes off in an 8. Would you like to unbind it?
Yep, Frostlord's going to try. 7.
Okay, so they've got Empowered Weapons. He's done casting. Let's go ahead and go to Archon the Black. Archon the Black is going to cast Arcane Bolt twice. He's allowed to do this because he's Archon the Black and it's on his War Scroll. So the first one, he miscasts.
Yeah.
So
there we go.
Good times. Good times. He's going to take 2 mortal wounds. And is he going to shrug him? He's going to shrug 1. So he, instead of doing 3 spells, he cut himself. He cut himself shaving. Okay, at the end of casting, on a 2-up, I can attempt to cast Soul Guide with this guy, and if I roll a 6-up, I can attempt to cast it D3 times. I'm gonna cast Soul Guide on the Necropolis Stalkers. Yeah, let's do it on the Necropolis Stalkers. That fails. Okay, well, that was a less than awesome magic phase.
What we needed.
So we can go ahead and get right into movement, and we'll be right back to show you what I did.
Yep.
All right, we're back from my movement phase. Things have gone a little sideways. I moved Archon the Black out of combat because he decided to miscast instead of do a bunch of mortal wound damage, which was frustrating. The Liege Cavalos is coming over. I'm not sure if he's going to charge or not, but he's close enough to buff up some units. The Soul Mason is just hanging out, buffing the army and trying to be safe. My Bone Shaper did Cunning Maneuver, which is my battle tactic. So I'll be completing that. We've got Morghast Harbingers, Necropolis Stalkers, 1 unit that I retreated, and then 1 unit that is still in combat with this Stonehorn. And I think that is it. So let's go ahead and get on to the action cam, and let's talk about this Endless Spell because we forgot to do that just before the movement phase. Okay, so when the Nightmare Predator comes out, I pick a prey. So I picked the Frostlord on Stonehorn as a prey, and then it moved 2d6 at the end of the hero phase for 8 and was able to land right there next to the Frostlord on Stonehorn. Since he is the prey, I am going to do d6 mortal wounds on a 2-up, so let's see if it happens.
Wow.
Now let me double check. Let me double check, but I think it's on a 2-up. It is. Okay, so nothing happens, but I am in base to base with my prey, so that's nice. So we can go ahead and get right into charges. Let's charge the 3 Necropolis Stalkers that are behind the Stonehorn. That's an 8, so they're going to go in, and I think I'm going to move them into this Stonehorn here. And I don't think I'm going to do any other charges, Gavin. So okay. You've got a monstrous action.
I got 2 monstrous actions.
Oh, yes, you do.
So we're going to roar the fresh group of stalkers that just came in.
Okay. Very nice. They're roared. And then what are you going to do with the other one?
I'm going to stomp those ones over there.
Okay. They got stomped.
For 1.
Okay. 6s? Nope. So 1 goes down. Okay, so let's talk about Relentless Discipline points before we go any further. I am going to shield wall this unit.
Okay.
They have exploding 5s on their weapons. I am going to do blade parry aspect on these 2 Necropolis Stalkers so they can reroll their saves.
Okay.
I'm going to do precision aspect on the 3-man unit so they can be +1 to the rend and the damage of their weapons.
Okay.
They cannot take a relentless command or relentless discipline command because you roared them.
Okay.
And then over here I'm also going to shield wall, so that's 1, 2, bludgeon, 3. That's 3 relentless discipline points, so I'm down to 5.
Okay.
I'm going to start by activating the ones that have the extra damage, so I'm going to get them piled in.
And we're going to use an all-out defense with the command point that the Stonehorn got.
Okay.
Which is somewhere over there.
It's over there somewhere, underneath that pile of models. Yes.
Yeah, I think it's underneath the Predator.
Okay, so this is 3 Necropolis Stalkers with +1 to the Ren and the damage of their weapons using Precision Aspect. I couldn't bludgeon with them, so they're just going to be Ren 2, 2 damage. This is 3s and 3s, so let's go ahead and see what we can do.
Pretty average.
Pretty average, yep. And 3s. Okay, so you've got 6 at -2.
2 right now because of all our defense, so 4s. Save 2.
Okay, that's 8 damage.
Ooh, this is not good. It's gonna hurt.
It is gonna hurt.
Or maybe not.
Okay, 4 damage. Respectable, so you've taken 12 damage total.
Yep, so he's got 5 wounds left. Afraid of the more. He's gonna put everything into the 2 Necropolis Stalkers that are left from the previous round.
Okay, these Necropolis Stalkers are re-rolling their saves, so let's see if they can survive through all the attacks of the Frostlord on Stonehorn.
So the first off is gonna be his Frost Spear. This is the only thing that's not bracketed. And 2 at -1.
Okay, I ignore the Ren because of Petrifex Elite, so this is 4s re-rolling because of Blade Parry Aspect. I fail 1.
4 damage.
Because you still have that
Flaming weapon.
sweet, sweet flaming weapon. And it kills 1 because I didn't get any ward saves. Okay.
3 horns, 4s and 3s.
Okay. Okay, got a hit.
And -2.
-1, saved it with 6.
And then D6 hooves. Oh. These are 3s and 4s. Nope.
Okay, I'm gonna fight. Let's go over to the Mortek Guard that are in the other Stonehorn before they get obliterated. Mortek Guard are gonna fight into the Stonehorn before they leave this earth and go back to the underworld. This is gonna be 3s and 4s. The leader is out. And I rolled tons of 1s and 2s, got 1 6. And then 4s. Make 1 save at -1.
So
Gavin?
5s. And he takes it.
Okay, very nice. Let's go ahead and fight with everything. Or actually, we can just stay right here. You still have to fight me.
So we're going for some punches and kicks, starting it off. 4s and 4s. That's much better. And 4s. 3, no rend.
Okay, 3 no Ren, so this is 4s re-rolling because they're on shield wall. Fail 1.
1 damage. Hiya.
I fail it. 1 goes down.
Hiya.
Kya!
Now the horns. 4s and 3s. Why is this one rolling better than the other one? I don't know. Cock dice. 4 at -2.
5 up re-rolling. Come on, I really need to shrug these. They're only 3 damage now, but still. Nope, I take 9 damage. I'm rolling it, dude. I don't care. I'm rolling it. Let's go. No, they're dead. Okay. I figured that would happen. Okay, that lone Necropolis Stalker is going to fight into him. This is 3s and 3s. And I did do bludgeon on these ones, so this is going to be -2 Ren single damage for 2. 2 at -2. So you're on a 4 because you're all out defense.
Yep. Saved 1.
Okay, and that's single damage.
Takes it.
Okay, so he suffered 13. And then we're going to fight with the Mortek Guard on the other side of him. There are 10 of them, so that's 21 attacks. These ones have exploding 5s on their Nadirite weapons because of Empower Weapons, so let's see what happens. This is 3s, 5s explode.
Ooh, that's a lot of explosions.
Let's see, so we have 1, 2, 3, 6, 8 explosions. This is going to be 4s. 1 cock dice. Weighted dice is fun.
That is a lot.
So let's see here. You got 5, 10, 14 saves at -1. So you got a 3 up, dude. 14 saves. I think we barely got him. I think we did 6 damage.
Yep, 6 damage. And
Oh, hold on. You have 5 up wards though, don't you?
yep, see if I can get any wards. Any saves.
You guys. Oh,
Save 3
he
of
only
them.
takes 3 damage.
He's still up.
Oh no, he's still up. That's not good. He suffered 16, dude. Oh wait, hold on. 16 kills him.
No, he's 17.
Oh, he's
fif-
got 15 wounds?
15 base plus 2 for being bold.
Oh, that's terrible. I really needed to lift him. Okay, well, it is what it is. We
Oh.
almost killed 1 Stonehorn. So let's go ahead and get on the hero cam and we'll score me up. All right, we're back for my turn. Things went bad with the Stonehorn. So a couple things happened. Archon miscast. So I could have spammed Arcane Bolt and also done Curse of Years and done quite a few more mortal wounds. That failed. And then the Nightmare Predator moved into him, would have done D6 mortal wounds on a 2-up, and I rolled a 1. And then I just could not push the damage with all the units that I charged with, so he's still sitting there on 1 wound. I did score 3 points. I hold 1, not 2 or more. I completed my battle tactic of Cunning Maneuver, and yeah, so the score is 3-5. I'm in kind of a tough spot, so let's go ahead and get in the roll-off and see what happens. You went first, so you break ties. So if you roll a 6, we could just be done.
5.
Oh, okay. Well, we're gonna keep going in turn order, so we'll be back for the top of Battle Round 2, Beastclaw Raiders. We are back for the top of Battle Round 2. Things are continuing to go horribly wrong for the OCR Bonereapers, but we're hanging in there. Gavin, what are you gonna do for your battle tactic?
We're going to do Avalanche of Flesh. It's a ogre-specific battle tactic where I have to do 10 or more mortal wounds on charge damage.
Okay, that seems very doable right now.
Yep,
yeah,
doable.
Yeah. So let's go ahead and get into heroic actions. What are you going to do?
We're going to do Command Point again on the Frost Lord.
Okay.
Nope.
Okay, I am going to do I think I'm going to do a Finest Hour with Archon the Black.
Okay.
Yep, that's what I'm going to do. All right, let's go ahead and get into your casting and your prayers.
First off, we're going to pop the Maw Pot for a D3 heal
Okay.
for 1.
Okay, so the only thing that's wounded will heal 1, so he now has 2 wounds left.
Then the Frost Lord is going to try to cast the Emerald Life Swarm.
Okay.
Nope.
Okay.
He's going to do Pulverizing Hailstorm on a 3. Yep.
Okay.
And we're picking right here.
So it hits both those units.
So the Necropolis Stalkers
Yes.
for 3.
1 takes 3 wounds.
And then the Mortec Guard take 1.
Okay, let's see if they shrug it. Yeah. Nope, 1 dice. Okay.
And then our next prayer will be coming from the Husk Guard into the Frost Lord.
Okay.
It's going to be Winter's Endurance, which is a D3 heal.
Okay, on a 3-up.
Yep, goes off
Okay.
for 2.
For 2, okay, so he has now suffered 13. He's back to 4 wounds left.
That is the end of my hero phase.
Okay, cool. So I'm gonna move the Nightmare Predator. Let's see what happens. It moves 11, but it's not gonna move anywhere.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna try to kill you.
Okay.
I have a chance here on a 2-up, come on. Okay, and now it's D6 mortal wounds for 4. If you don't roll a single 5 here, he's dead. Otherwise, he's alive.
Well, he's dead.
All right, we got the Frost Lord. So it's still a game. That was very, very lucky. The Nightmare Predator made up for being terrible earlier. So, okay, that's going to be end of the hero phase. And let's go ahead and get into Gavin's movement. We'll show you what he did. We're back from Gavin's movement phase. My OCR Bonereapers and their 2.0 Battle Tome are just holding on to their butts right now. Let's see if I can make it through another turn. Let's start with the Mournfangs. What did you do?
Moved them up and advanced them 12. So they're pretty much done there.
Yeah, with their Gargant hackers, which scare the hell out of me. And then you got your Stonehorn here.
That one, he just stayed in place because he was already 3 inches away from his next target.
Yep.
Thunder Tusk moved up so he could get into charge range.
Yep.
And then that Stonehorn is going off for the wizard.
You're going to kill my one Galatian champion, and then that way I don't have to worry about the new rules, which is great.
Yep.
So let's go ahead and get set up for shooting and stuff, and then we'll do charges. So Gavin is going to shoot his crossbows. His first crossbow is going to go into the Necropolis Stalkers. Let's see what happens.
On a 4. Hey, they hit.
Hey, it hits.
And it wounds.
It wounds.
-1.
Okay, so I got a 4-up save, and I saved it. Thank goodness.
Next crossbow, same target. Oh.
Okay, and then you've got 3 birds. We'll be heads up for this. Where are your birds going to go?
All 3 are just going to go into... We'll go into the Liege Cavalos over there.
Okay, 3 birds into the Liege Cavalos. They all hit. So I've got 3 6-up ward saves. I shrug 1, so I take 2, but he has Godbone armor for his artifact, so he shrugs the first damage he takes in every phase, so we're going to give him 1 wound. Off in the distance, I'm about to see some Frost Wreath ice fly at my face into this 10-man Mortek Guard unit, so that's going to be Mortals on 5s.
And 5. Oh, geez, that's a good one. 3, another 4.
4 Mortals. That's exactly math, Gavin. 6s. I shrug 2, nice. Okay, so 2 Mortek Guard die a horrible death. Frostlord on Stonehorn charging in to my Galatian champ.
5, just
Okay.
enough.
5's enough. Blah, 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 blah. He hits me.
We need a lot of rolls here for this battle tactic to work.
4 ups.
There we go,
That's
4.
4. Okay, let's see if I shrug any of them. I shrug 1 and take 3 damage, so you've done 3 damage so far. The next Stonehorn from downtown, he's going to charge. Let's see what he gets.
He's got a
7.
7.
Okay. So the Stonehorn has charged in the Necropolis Stalkers. Impact hits.
Looking for 4s.
Okay, 4 more.
I'm loving the 4s today.
Shrug 1 and take 3, so you've done 6 damage total. Okay, Thunder Tusk charging. Let's see what he gets. I would re-roll that.
Yeah, we're definitely going to re-roll that.
There it is for
There's
7.
7.
And we'll
Scoot into the Mortek.
We'll back him up.
Yeah, those horns get in the way.
Back up that dump truck. All right, 7 4-ups. Ooh, it looks like you're gonna get it.
There's 5.
Yep. If I shrug 2 of these, then you miss your battle tactic. If I don't shrug 2 of these, then you get your battle tactic. You get your battle tactic, and the whole unit is destroyed. So that's pretty good.
I mean, it kind of wrecks what I was going to do next with the monster's action.
You should, yeah.
It's okay.
You should see the graveyard that I've got over here. Okay, and let's get into monstrous actions. Let's start with the one that's on that we're looking at.
Yeah.
Well, he's outside of range.
Yeah, he's out of range.
Okay, let's look at this Stonehorn right here. What's he gonna do?
He's gonna stomp that guy.
Yep. Yep.
For 2.
He's dead. You killed him.
5 wounds?
He only has 5 wounds.
Oh,
yeah.
wow, okay. I thought he had 6.
No, I don't get 6 wounds. I'm not cool enough. Okay, and then let's go look at the other one.
That one, he's going to go careening off into the distance.
All right, this one is going to do the special monstrous action where he moves 3d6. For 15. Okay. Go ahead and move 15 inches. We'll be right back. Okay, the monster truck moved 15 inches and is now facing down Archon the Black, and then it went over 2 units of Necropolis Stalkers and my general as well. So let's start with Necropolis Stalker unit number 1. Yes?
For D3, for 1.
Okay, let me see if I shrug it. I do. And then the
Excellent.
single man Necropolis.
Yep.
Yes.
For 1
Okay,
again.
6. I shrug it. Okay, into the Liege Cavalos. Yes.
For 3.
Uh-oh. I shrug 2, and then I take 1 damage, but I shrug the first damage I take in every phase. So I've shrugged 5 mortal wounds now, and then into Archon.
Yep.
Yes?
For 1.
He takes it. Of course he's going to take it, because he's a nerd. He's not a jock.
Yeah.
Okay, I am going to do a monstrous action, because we're still in the charge phase, and I'm going to just try to roar you.
Okay.
Nope. So command point away. And then, oh, and then I'm going to bludgeon just in case I survive.
Punches and kicks.
Okay, this is into Archon the Black, punches and kicks. It's not going to save me because it's the rock hard horns that are going to do the job.
1 at no red.
Okay, he's got a 3 up, and he saves it because he did Finest Hour.
And then we have some horns.
Nice.
And 3s. 2 at -2.
2 at -2, so I'm on 5s. Save 1, fail.
4 damage.
Fail. So he suffered 6. You got to do 5 more damage to kill him.
And the hooves for a big 6.
Okay.
These are 3s and 2s. Oh,
I feel lucky right now.
and 2s. 2 at -1.
Okay, this is 4s. Oh, I'm sorry. This is 3s. I reduced your Ren by 1. I forgot that, but I don't think it mattered. Yeah, so we're good. Okay. All done attacking?
Yep.
All right. I'm going to fight back with Archon the Black. He's got bludgeon, so this is his sword. This is going to be 3s and 2s because of Finest Hour. It misses. And then his staff, this is going to be 4s and 2s. It hits. 1 wound -1, so it goes to -2. 1 wound at -2.
6s. Nope.
1 damage.
5s. Yep.
Oh, and then, oh, I think my Ebon Claws have gone down because I've suffered 6. So I have 4 Ebon Claws. This is 4s and 2s. Okay. And then 2s. So you got 2 at -3 because of bludgeon.
It goes through.
That's 4 damage. I can give him a wound marker.
Yep, takes him.
Okay, so he takes 4 damage. Yep. And then we've got the Spectral Claws. 1 mortal wound, and everything else misses.
And takes it.
Okay, so I did 5 whole damage. I'm astonished that he's alive, but it's all because of Petrifex subfaction. Now, we're heads up so we can talk here a little bit. So Gavin did finish a charge with both the Stonehorn and the Thunder Tusk, so they are eligible to pile in. So it's up to you whether or not you want to pile in and try to fight. What's your range on this guy, the Tusks?
Tusk should be 2 inches, I believe.
Okay, Gavin has decided to pile in with his Thunder Tusk. The Tusks have 2-inch range, so they'll be able to reach the Necropolis Stalkers. They have Blade Parry Aspect, so they're rerolling their saves.
Yeah, I'll call some Tusks. 4s and 3s.
Okay.
Ugh. And 3s. 1 at -1.
I ignore your Ren because Petrifex, so I saved it.
Yep.
Okay. And then the only unit that I have eligible to fight right now is the Necropolis Stalkers, so they'll go. This is 3s and 3s. They didn't bludgeon or anything like that. So you've got 3.
Oof, that could have been bad.
I would have been -1 too, so 3 saves at -1.
He saves -1. Saved one of them.
Okay. So those are single damage.
So we got 6 horns.
This is the Stone Horn. He piled in. He's in range.
Good old 2-inch range.
Mm-hmm. These are +1 to damage because you charged.
And 3s. 2 at -2.
Goes to -1, so 5 up re-rolling. Fail. Save 1, fail 1, so 4 damage. 6 is 3 dead. 3 dead skellies.
And then we got some hooves for 3 more. 3s and 2s. And 2s. 1 at -1.
4 up re-rolling. Fail. Fail.
D3 damage for 1.
6. Oh, that was almost a 6. It wanted to be a 6. Okay. Let's fight back into you. I'm -1 to wound, and I wound on 4s, so I don't think I'm going to do any damage, but we'll try. 9 attacks, 3s and 5s. 2 explosions. Actually, they still have exploding 5s, so we've got
6 explosions.
6 explosions, yes. Okay, well, I need to wound on 5s though, Gavin, so I think we're gonna have like 1 wound here. We'll find out. I'm terrible at 5s. I never roll 5s. What did I tell you? 1 wound.
1-6.
1 wound on, look how many.
I know.
That's crazy, dude. So you've got -1, so you're on a 5-up. And you saved it.
Yep.
Okay, cool. And then I've got 1 more unit that can fight. That's my Liege Cavalos. I just noticed that he's in combat, so I'll pile him in. Liege Cavalos is going to fight with his Commander's Blade. This is 3 attacks, 3s and 3s. Make 1 save at -1.
5s. Nope.
2 damage.
5s. Nope.
Okay, so he suffered 7. And then we're going to go with the Naderite Battle Shield, 3 and 4. Hits. Wounds. No rend.
4s. Oh.
1 damage. Oh, you saved it. Nice. And then we've got the Hooves, Teeth, and Barbed Tails of the Mount. This is 6 attacks, 3s, 3s. Make 2 saves at -1. These are single damage.
So 5s.
Nice save, dude. Okay.
Stonehorns are tough today.
Yeah, that was really, really good, Gavin. I'm going to do a lot of damage in my turn, but you've got me pinned pretty good here. So let's go ahead and get on the hero cam. We'll score Gavin up, and then we'll talk about points. All right, we're back from Gavin's turn. Top of battle round 2. I feel like I'm getting my ass kicked here, but I'm going to keep going. Hard in the paint, full send this turn, and we'll see what happens. First of all, let's talk about points. Gavin, how many points did you get?
Another 5.
You did get another 5 because you hold all 3 objectives, and you completed your battle tactic, barely, with that 11 damage that you did. Yes, the Stonehorn careening 15 inches and tagging everything was ridiculous. Like, I got really lucky that he didn't do more damage than he did. I got really lucky there. So let's go ahead and get into my turn now. My battle tactic is going to be eye for an eye. I'm just going to try to kill a unit. And I'm going to do my healing now. So Archon the Black is going to heal himself for 3. So he's now suffered 6 instead of 9. And then he's going to heal this Necropolis Stalker. And then I'm going to bring back 3 Mortet Guard to this unit. And that's all my healing. The other guy that you killed also could have healed, but and he was a Tunnel Master. I was going to teleport him at the end of the game, but that's not going to happen anymore.
Nope, not at all.
I can't do Rally, otherwise I would, and try to get a Necropolis Stalker back. So let's just go ahead and get into casting and whatnot. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do Punishment of Death on that Stonehorn Beast Riders right there. On a 2-up, you're going to take a mortal. It's a 6, so 1 mortal wound to you, good sir. You would.
No mortal wounds to me, good sir.
You would. Okay, I'm going to cast Arcane Bolt with this guy.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry, we should have done heroic actions. I'm going to do Necromantic Mastery again. So when I cast this spell, it can't be unbound. And what are you going to do?
Finest Hour on my Huskard on Stonehorn.
Excellent. Okay, so back to casting. I'm going to do Arcane Bolt with the dude in the chair. That goes off on a 9. Would you like to unbind?
No unbinds.
Oh, no unbinds, because I killed the Frost Lord. Okay.
Yep.
So he's got 1 in the pocket. Then he's going to try to do Soul Guide on the big unit of Morghast over there. That fails. And then Archon the Black can cast Arcane Bolt any number of times, even if somebody else has casted it. Yep. So I'm going to cast that again. And that one goes off on an 8. Okay. And then I'm just going to cast it 2 more times. Yep. Spoiler alert, I'm going to cast it 3 times. It goes off again on an 11, and then the 3rd time goes off on a 7. So we've got 3 Arcane Bolts in the bucket.
The Arcane Shotgun is primed.
I'm doing the Arcane Shotgun technique, yes. And then on a 2-up, I can attempt to cast Soul Guide again. I can, and I'm going to try to cast Soul Guide on the Harbingers again. And it goes off that time.
Okay.
So the Harbingers are re-rolling 1s. All right, that is it. We are deep in my territory, and I've got to deal with some threats. So let's get into movement, and then we'll show you what I did. All right, I finished my movement phase. Let's take a look. So the Soul Mason is right there, 3 inches away from a charge. The Liege Cavalos had to stay in because I have to kill those Beast Riders. Archon the Black had to stay in because I got to pop all of those arcane bolts at the beginning of the combat phase. The Necropolis Stalkers and the Morghast Harbingers are going to go try to kill a Thunder Tusk with their -1 to hit debuff. I've got some Mortek Guard that can't do anything into this guy here, but they're sure well going to try. They're -1 to wound, so we'll see how that goes. Yep. And that's my entire army because a lot of it died. So let's go ahead and get into charges. Okay, the Morghast Harbingers are going to charge. They charge 3d6, so let's see what happens. That's a 5. It's enough, but barely. So I'm going to move them in. A 5 on 3 dice? Jesus! Okay, the Morghast have made their amazing 5-inch charge on 3d6 dice, and now this single-out Necropolis Stalker is feeling super brave, so he's going to charge too. He gets an 11. Yes! Okay, now what I'm going to do here...
Right there.
Oh, shit. Wrong one, guys. So what I'm going to do here is finish my charge within a 1/2 inch, but I'm going to make sure that I'm base to base with other units, so Gavin can't pile it onto the objective. So he's MVP for realsies. I didn't see any reason to have one Necropolis Stalker left, and he just made a huge charge, so that was good. Okay, Gavin, Archon the Black is going to roar you.
Okay.
You be roared. What are you going to do?
That guy over there will be doing a Titanic duel.
Okay, into Archon the Black?
Yep.
What are you going to do into these guys?
I think I'm going to roar them.
Okay, no commands for them, which means they're dead. So let me see, what's left? Stomp?
Yep, stomp.
Okay, who's he going to stomp?
The lone Necropolis Stalker. Yep.
Okay. For 2. Oh, he only has 2 wounds left. You're going to try to kill him so I don't get that objective, aren't you?
Yes,
Stop
sir.
playing so good. Okay, I forgot to charge one guy, and that's the Soul Mason. I'm going to charge him in. Okay, he's good on a 10. Okay, this matters because at the start of the combat phase, I am going to unleash 4 arcane bolts.
Okay.
So all the arcane bolts are going into the Beast Riders. Let's see what happens. 8 mortal wounds.
Okay.
Hold on. 2, 4, 5. Yep, 8 mortal wounds. We'll remove all of the arcane bolt buttons.
And open for 5. He takes 4 damage.
Okay, so he has suffered 11. Okay, now we're going to be heads up for this, so when I'm pointing, you can see what I'm doing here. So I'm going to use a lot of Relentless Discipline points right here. I'm going to do Bludgeon on both of these units, Archon the Black and on the Liege Cavalos.
Okay.
I'm going to do Bludgeon on my Morghast Harbingers and on both of these units.
Okay.
So that's 5 Relentless Discipline points I just used, so I'm down to 3. And then these 2 units are going to do Precision Aspect, so they're going to have +1 to the rend and the damage of their weapons. Good. So that means that the attacks from these guys are rend 3, 2 damage, and these are bludgeon, so these are rend 3, 3 damage. Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and fire up Archon the Black first. Okay, we're going with Zephic Kar first, which is his sword. This is 3s and 3s. It misses. And then we're going to go with Kenashan, which is the staff. This is 4s and 3s. It misses. And then we're going to go with the Ebon Claws. I have 4 of these bad boys because I suffered 6, so this is going to be 4s and 3s. So I've got 4 Ebon Claw attacks. Let's go ahead and do 4s and 3s. Okay, 2 of those. 3s. 1 wound at -3, so that's going to be 2 damage.
Goes through and takes it.
Okay, so he suffered 13. He's still got 3 wounds left.
Yep.
And then I've got the Spectral Claws. This is going to be 5s and 4s, 6s are mortals. 1 mortal wound. And nothing. So 1 mortal wound.
Takes it.
Okay, so he's suffered 14. Still alive and well. All right, your turn to activate.
He's going to go right into Archon again.
Okay.
You've got to get rid of him.
Got to do 5 wounds.
So these are the punches and kicks. These are 4s and 4s.
That's a good punches and kicks roll, geez.
They got their black belt today. Maybe not. they got 1.
No rend? 4. Failed it.
Take 1 damage.
6.
Take
it.
1 damage.
Okay, I've suffered 7.
I believe I only have 4 horns. Just gotta double check.
You did Titanic Duel too, so make sure you're doing your +1 to hits.
Oh, okay. 3s and 3s.
Okay.
And 3s. 1 at -2.
That goes to -1, so I'm on 5s. Failed it.
3 damage.
6s. I failed him. He's got 1 wound left, dude.
And now for the last part, the hooves. Big 6 on the
No,
roll.
don't roll 6.
So these actually these are really bracketed. I never remember the hooves off the top of my head. So these are gonna be 3s and 4s, or 2s and 4s.
2s and 4s, okay. Nice.
And now the 4s.
Oh no!
4 at -1.
I need 4 4-ups here or he's dead. Potentially. Okay, so 2d3 damage.
3 damage.
You got Archon the Black.
Archon is
Nice job. All right, let's go ahead and move over to the Morghast Harbingers. So I'm not going to fight with the Harbingers yet, guys. I'm actually going to fight with the Necropolis Stalker that's about to die. So he's got 5 attacks. He's -1 to hit, so this is going to be 4s and 3s. He has Precision, Aspect, and Bludgeon. So these are going to be -3 rend and 2 damage. 4s and 3s. So you got 2 at -3.
goes through.
That's 4 damage.
Yeah, so you just take 2.
Okay, and he's done fighting. Now it's your turn to activate.
We're gonna fight with that Thunder Tusk.
Okay.
So he's got some punches and kicks also.
Okay, where are all of his attacks going?
I'm gonna do punches and kicks into him.
Okay.
And then I think he just has the horns. I'm pretty sure he doesn't have any hooves. So the tusk will go into the Morghast.
Okay, got you. So let's do the punches and kicks first.
So 4s and 4s. And 4s. There you go. 3, no rend.
4s. I saved them all. Okay, and then you've got your horns.
3s and 3s. And 3s. So 3 at -1.
Okay, Morghast reduced rend, so 4s. I fail 1.
D3. 2.
Okay, 6s. Nope, take 2. Okay, so I've got 15 attacks going into the Stonehorn. This is going to be 3s and 5s because I'm -1 to wound.
Couple 6s.
Couple of 6s, and then 5s. Last time I got 1 on like 16 dice, so let's see if we can do better this time. 5s, baby. Much better. So make yourself 6 saves at -1.
And you go to a 5. Save 2.
Okay, and then you've got 5s again.
It takes 4 damage.
Cool, we actually did something. Now he gets to fight back and just obliterate them.
3 punches and kicks. These are 3s and 4s. And 4s. Nothing. And we got our 6 hooves, or 6 horns. Oh, jeez.
Oh no, you roared me too. Remember, you roared me, so I couldn't do.
3s. 4 at -2.
Is this the end of the Mortek Guard? 6s. 12 damage?
Yeah, total.
2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. I can roll lots of 6s. They're dead. Oh, dead. Very good. All right, let's go back over to this poor Thunder Tusk. Okay, the next unit of fully juiced Necropolis Stalkers is going to fight into the Thunder Tusk. We have 10 attacks, 4s and 3s because of the debuff. And these are going to be -3 rend and 2 damage a pop. Dropped most of them. 3s. Okay, so that's 6 damage because it punches armor.
Yep.
Okay, now the Harbingers are going to fight into the Thunder Tusk. I am rerolling 1s because of Soul Guide, but I'm -1 to hit, so it's normally 3s and 3s. It's going to be 4s rerolling 1s and 3s to wound. Let's see what happens. 4s rerolling 1s. Not bad. 8 out of 12 on 4s is not bad, and then 3s. So that is 18 damage because it's -3, so it's enough to get him. Okay, the Liege Cavalos did bludgeon as well, so this is 3s and 3s, -2. 2 hit. This is his blade, by the way. 2 wound at -2.
6s. Saved 1.
Oh, 2 damage.
Saved 1.
Okay, he's got 1 wound. No, yeah, he's got 1 wound left.
Yeah, it should be 16 total.
Yep. He was at 14, so that's 15. Nadirite Battle Shield, this is 3 and 4. Hit, wound, -1.
5s.
Single damage.
5s. Oh, dead.
Okay, we got him. All right, that was crazy.
Bloodbath.
That was crazy. It was a bloodbath. I lost Archon the Black, but I feel like I played into my unit strengths pretty well. I did the Mortal Wound Bomb on the Beast Riders to get rid of the Beast Rider unit, and then I used just raw damage to slice through the Thunder Tusk since I was -1 to hit. So that worked out pretty good. I still don't have any objectives though. So let's get on the hero cam and we'll score me up. We are back after the second battle round. It was a freaking bloodbath. I had to be as offensive as possible, and it played off. Things are looking pretty good. I mean, as far as score goes, I only got 2 points. I did get eye for an eye. But I don't. Oh, and I actually do have 1 objective.
You did.
Yeah. So I get 3 points.
Yeah.
So I got 3 points before. So it's 6 to 10 going into battle round 3. And this is an interesting roll off. It will kind of really determine what's going on. So let's go ahead and roll off and see what happens. Gavin breaks ties. You motherfucker! Oh, and I rolled a 1 anyway. Okay, so Gavin's got another turn to smash and bash.
Yep.
So let's go ahead and snap off. We'll be back for the top of battle round 3, Beastclaw Raiders. All right, we're back for the top of battle round 3. I can't win a roll off, so Gavin's gonna go again. What are you gonna do for your battle tactic, buddy?
We're gonna do some fun stuff here. It's called Eat Your Fill. My ogres just have to be in combat.
Yeah, your 2 units have to be in combat at the end of the turn. Sounds good. And let's get into heroic actions. Do you have any heroes left?
I have 1. He's gonna do some heroic recovery because he's out of combat. Heals for D3.
Okay, and then you've got your 1 command point as well.
Yep.
Okay, so he's only suffered 3 now. And then you do have 1 prayer.
Let's do Winter Strength.
Winter's Strength.
That gives me a +1 to wound.
It goes off?
Yep.
So +1 to wound on the guy that's -1 to wound, which is a nice little way to stack things. Yep. Cool. Any other hero phase stuff?
No, that's it.
Okay, I'm just going to try to do, for my heroic action, I guess I'll do heroic recovery.
Okay.
It's good.
Yep.
And I've only suffered 1 wound, so.
Yep.
General's full health. And that's it. We can go ahead and get a movement. We'll be right back to show you what Gavin did. Gavin, fastest movement phase in the West. Tell me what you did with your Stonehorn.
He moved over to get into charge range of the lone Necropolis Stalker, and then hopefully we'll monster truck our way out of there.
Yeah, that monstrous action is so good.
And
then the Mortfangs?
They just moved over, and they're going to get their charge off into the Morghast, hopefully.
Okay, cool. Sounds good. We've got 1 shooting attack. Let's see what happens.
We got 2. We got a pistol over there.
Oh, and you got a pistol.
Yes.
Okay, let me get set up so I can maybe roll some save rolls. Okay, Bird, gonna go peck at some Morghasts. It happens. On a 6, I ignore. I do not. Okay, let's go look at the Lone Pistolier in the Mornfang pack. Okay, Mornfang pack, shooting the pistol.
4s and 3s. Nope.
Okay, and we can just do charges. We're looking at the Mornfangs. You want to start with them?
Yeah, we'll do those guys first. Big 10.
It's an 11 because they're +1 to charge.
Because of the Hornblower.
Yep, so we'll get them moved in and then we'll do impact hits. Mornfangs have finished their charge. They
10.
rolled a 10, so let's see how many mortal wounds they do.
Looking for 6s. Dose.
2 mortal wounds into the Morghasts. Shrug none. So 1 Morghast has 5 wounds. Okay?
And Stonehorn.
Okay, let's see what he gets.
5. That's enough.
Smash. Impact hits.
And looking for 4s. None.
Okay, I'm a lucky ducky. Now, let's go ahead and do monstrous actions while we're looking at him.
Yeah. We're going monster truck.
Monster truck for 12. The Stonehorn just does not care. He's in the center of my entire army, and he monster trucked into all 3 units. So let's start with the Lone Harbinger. He takes 2 mortals. Need a 6 or he's dead. He dead. Okay, and then the other Necropolis Stalkers.
Takes 1.
Okay, 6. Takes 1.
And the more gas. 4, 2.
Okay, I need double 6s or more gas goes down. 1 more gas goes down, and I shrug 1. Okay? All right, so before we get started with activations, I am going to bludgeon with both of my units, and I'm going to blade parry aspect with my Necropolis Stalkers so they can reroll their saves.
Okay.
And then who do you want to activate first?
I'm going to activate the Stonehorn first, and I'm going to use my last command point to give him all out attack.
Okay, and who's he going to fight into?
So we're going to do punches and kicks and hooves into the Stalkers.
Okay.
And horns into the winged undead angels of insanity.
Yes, the Morghast. Okay, so let's start with the punches and kicks and the hooves.
So the punches and kicks, there's going to be 2s and 3s.
All hit.
Because he's got all the juice. 2.
Okay, and they're -1, right?
Nope.
Okay, so this is going to be a 4-up re-rolling. I save both of those, and then you've got your
Hooves.
hooves.
3.
3.
These are going to be 2s and 2s.
Okay,
And 2s.
very nice.
And -1.
I ignore a Ren, so 4-up re-rolling. Save those.
Ooh, nice.
Okay, and then you've got your rock-hard horns into the Morghast.
6 of them. These are going to be 3s and 2s. Or no, yeah, 3s and 2s. And 2s. 3 at -2.
Okay, it goes to -1, so I'm on 5s. I don't get to re-roll. I save 2 and I fail 1, so
4
I take
damage.
4 damage. Okay, the Morghast Harbingers have 2-inch range. They're all going to fight into the Mournfang pack. So we've got 9 attacks here. This is going to be 3s and 3s. Dropped 5 of those. That's not good. And then 3s. So you've got 4 at -3, and they're 3 damage apiece. So that's 12 damage.
So good, sir.
All right, so we got 2. All right, Gavin's gonna clap back after I drop 2 Mournfangs. He's got 9 Gargant Hacker attacks. This is 4s and 3s.
4s and 3s. Oh, that's not good. Not good at all. And 3s. 2 at -2.
2 -2 goes to -1, 5s. Save 1, fail 1. Those
3
are
damage.
3 damage. So 1 Morghast dies,
you have your
another one
saves.
takes a wound.
Don't you have saves?
Oh yeah, my ward saves. All right, we're good. 1 dies, 1 takes a wound. Okay, now Gavin's got 16 attacks from the mounts.
4s and 3s.
These are -1 rend and 2 damage. Wow, really, really good 4-up roll. 13 hits.
Why are the mounts better than the Riders? And 3s.
Those weight of dice, that's what always gets
Yeah.
people when I run Gore Gruntas too.
8.
8? 8 at -1, I ignore Ren, so this is 4s. I failed only 2, so I take 4 more damage.
Yep.
So 1 more gas is on 5 wounds.
And your saves.
Oh yes. Thank you for reminding me about my wards. You're a good opponent. I still didn't shrug any though. Okay, let's move over to the Necropolis Stalkers and swing into the Stonehorn. Okay, Necropolis Stalkers opted to reroll their saves. So they're not +1 to rend and damage, but they are +1 to rend because of bludgeon. So this is 10 attacks, 3s and 4s because of your -2 wound. So 3s. 4s. So you've got 5 at -2.
6s.
Okay, and then 5s.
And 5s. Save 2.
Okay, so he takes 3 damage. He's suffered 6 wounds so far.
Yep.
Well, once again, very brutal turn. I don't take battle shock. You are +2 to your bravery, so you don't need to take battle shock. So we can go ahead and get on the hero cam and score Gavin up. All right, Gavin, we're back from your turn. How many points?
Another 5.
Another 5, yes. Let me see. Was this one of your idle units?
Yes, all 3 Stonehorns were.
Okay, and you killed one of my idle units.
Oh.
So you'll actually get 6 points. Yep, so the score is 16 to 6. Oh my goodness. So let's see. The Stonehorns were your idle units, so I would have got an extra point. Yeah, 6 to 16 is the score. We're gonna go ahead and get into my turn. For my battle tactic, I am going to pick the Tithe Demands, and I have to kill a hero or monster in this turn. If I do it with the Gothazar Harvester, I get an extra point. I don't have that unit on the battlefield, so we're gonna try to kill this unit right here.
Okay.
Let's go ahead and get into heroic actions. I am going to do Necromantic Mastery.
I'm gonna get a command point.
Okay, go ahead. Nice.
Gets it.
So you're back on the board with command points.
Yep.
Cool. Okay, so yeah, Necromantic Mastery means if I get this spell off, it can't be unbound. I'm going to try to cast the Nightmare Predator. Goes off on an 8, so that's going to come out.
Obviously, the Stonehorn's the prey.
Yes, so the Nightmare Predator is here, the Stonehorn is going to be the prey, and now we're going to do Punishment of Death with the Bone Tithe Nexus onto the Stonehorn on a 2-up, mortal wound, 1 mortal wound.
And 5.
Nice, good.
Does not take it.
Good ignore, and then we're going to try to cast Soul Guide on the Necropolis Stalkers. Fails, and then on 2-up, I can cast Soul Guide again. Goes off, and let's pick the same unit, Necropolis Stalkers. That time it goes off with a 6. So Soul Guide on the Necropolis Stalkers instead of the Harbingers this time around. And that's it. So let's go ahead and move the Nightmare Predator. Moves 4 inches. Okay, so the Nightmare Predator did not move far enough to hit its prey, so he's just gonna stand by. So let's go ahead and get into movement phase, and we'll be right back. All right, we're back from my very fast movement phase. I added 3 inches to the Soul Mason's movement, and then I ran, so I moved 9 inches total. The Nightmare Predator is just standing there because he didn't go far enough. My General is gonna go charge into a Stonehorn because he's got a Death Wish. The Necropolis Stalkers have stayed in glorious combat, and the Morghast Harbingers have also stayed in glorious combat. So let's go ahead and get into charges. All right, Gavin, Liege Cavalos, hard in the paint. Let's see what he gets. That's an 8. 8's good, so we'll go ahead and move him in. Okay. And then he rolls the dice for every inch he charges, and on a 6, it's a mortal wound. He's trying to bite your style.
Yeah.
He's like, I also do impact hits. And he did 0 mortal wounds.
he fails at
Stop trying to be like Beastclaws, man.
Yeah, I know, right?
Okay, and
You just don't got the girth.
now you get to do your monstrous action. What are you going to do?
We are going to stomp the Morghast.
That's a good idea, because I have 1-on-1 wound. It hits.
For 6. And 3 damage.
No! I shrug 1. So my last Morghast has 5 wounds left, and 1 of them dies. I was worried you were going to do that. Okay, my Morghast Harbinger that's left alive is going to fight first, but before I do that, I am going to give Precision Aspect to the Necropolis Stalkers, and then I am going, so they are +1 to the random damage of their attacks, and then I'm going to give Bludgeon to all 3 units. So they're all +1 to rend, the Necropolis Stalkers are +2 to rend and +1 to damage. So let's fight with the Harbinger first before he dies a horrible death. He's got 3 attacks, 3s and 3s. I'm sorry, Gavin, I've changed my mind about activations. That Harbinger's dead to me. I don't want to lose my Necropolis Stalkers because I purposely juiced them to try to do damage right here. And I just realized that my battle tactic is to kill this Huskard, so they're going to go first. So we're going to have 10 attacks. This is 3s re-rolling 1s. And then it's 4s because I'm -1 to wound because of your mount trait. So 3s, rerolling 1s, 4s. Okay, we need to get a lot through right here. 4s. Ooh. How about, come on! Those were -3 rend, folks. So those would have been just 2 damage apiece punching through, but I missed completely. So it's now Gavin's turn to clap back.
We're gonna throw everything from the Stonehorn into the Leech Cavalos.
Okay, everything into the Leech Cavalos. That's exactly what I would do.
So he's still Winter's Endurance.
Yep, so he's +1 to wound.
Yep, so these are 3s and 3s.
Okay.
No rend.
2 no rend, so 3 up. I fail 1.
1 damage.
I fail it, so that's the first damage that he shrugs in this phase. Now everything else he will not be able to shrug unless he makes a ward roll. 5 rock hard horns going into the general.
So these are 4s and 2s. And 2s. 2 at -2.
Okay, this is 4s because I reduced rend by 1. I fail 1.
3 damage.
6s. I shrug 1. So he's taken 2 damage so far.
And then the hooves. We're only 2. Should be 3s and 2s still. 2 hits and 1 wound.
1 wound. I save it with a 4. Okay, now I'm going to fight with the Morghast. Hopefully he can do more than 0 damage into this Stonehorn. 3 attacks, 3s and 4s. Hits with 2. Come on, baby. Just hit with both of those. Come on. Come on. Nothing.
Oh.
Nothing. Okay, now punish him for being terrible at hitting. The Mournfangs have encrusted the Morghast Harbinger who failed to do any damage into the Stonehorn. Let's see what happens. We've got 9 Gargant Hacker attacks.
Can I attack the leader or the general with the leader of that group?
Yes, you may, yeah.
Yeah, so we're gonna do that.
Okay, so the leader is gonna go into him. Let's just blow out all of his attacks first. So the Gargant Hacker into the leader.
Yep. So he has 3 attacks, 4s and 3s.
Wow, nice. I wish I could roll 4-ups.
And, oh, there we go, baby.
Nice.
3 at -2.
So this is gonna be -1, so I'm on 4s. I failed 2 of them.
6 damage.
Okay. He takes 5, so he suffered 8. No, he suffered 7. He has 2 wounds left because he's the mighty Archaeosian. And then you've got your mount. Can the mount punch it through?
4s and 3s. And 3s. 3. No rend, I guess, for you.
I fail 1.
2 damage.
If I don't roll, I have to roll a 6 here or he's dead. Oh, you got the general. 1 Mournfang. Pop the general, folks. Okay, let's go ahead and go into the Morghast now.
So we got 6 more hackers. 4s and 3s. And 3s. So 2 at -2.
5s. Save 1, fail.
3 damage.
6s. Fail. So he's got 1 wound left. I'm pretty sure the 16 Mournfang attacks are going to get him.
It's only 12. Looking for 4s and 3s again. I missed their old.
Extra damage when they
Yeah.
charge. Oh yeah.
No, when they roll 6s, they said that War Scroll Battalion where every 6 was immortal.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So we got another 3.
3. These are no rend because of my reduction, but he still is
4
probably dead. He has 1 wound left. I gotta roll 4 6s. Okay, he's dead. Very nice. Things went horribly wrong. So let's get onto the hero cam and score me up. Well, we're back after my turn. I scored 0 points. I scored 0 points. Here's the reason why. I couldn't get my battle tactic, and I couldn't get onto any objectives. I mean, you just had me pinned the whole time, right? So very, very good way to shut me down. So it's 6 to 16. Let's get into a quick roll off, and then we'll go ahead and do a little math hammer and get to the wrap up. So you break ties. So you table me, pretty much. So here's what we're gonna do. This is the top of battle round 4. We're gonna give him an extra point for killing an idol, and we're gonna max him points. and give him his grand strategy. So you're going to get 10, 11, 14 more points, finishing at 30. And I'm going to get another bagel. So 30 to 6. So that was great, man. Way to go, dude. Way to go. The ogres crushed my face. So let's get on to the wrap up, and we'll be back in just a minute. Here we are for the glorious wrap up, where David took Bonereapers into Beastclaw Raiders and got his ass kicked. So let's talk about the final score. Gavin, that was amazing.
Yep,
you didn't let me have a single double turn for the whole game.
Nope.
You won the roll off every time,
and
you just went hog with your Beastclaw Raiders. That was amazingly good. Kudos to you. So the final score was 6-30. I'm confident after I dropped the Thunder Tusk and the Stonehorn in the bottom of battle round 2, if I could have won that roll off when my Morghast were out of combat, I could have just gone and took care of all the Mournfangs and done great. But sometimes it doesn't go your way, and I was on the back foot from the beginning. I still stand by my decision to give you the first turn, because a double turn from you would have been ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like, you already, you killed like 30 skeletons in the first turn. Yeah. So, really well done. We're going to go ahead and get into the wrap up. If you're still with us, thank you so much for watching this guest battle report. We love having Gavin out here. Please do like, share, subscribe. Once again, we're trying to get to 10,000 subscribers this year, so hit that button. Even if you don't watch this channel very often, I would really appreciate it. So let's go ahead and get into the wrap up. Let's talk about highlights, lowlights, MVP, LVP for the Beastclaw Raiders, David.
Well, MVP is actually probably one of the harder choices, just because they all kind of did what they were supposed to do.
Yeah, they did.
The goal for the Frost Lord turn 1 was to get him stuck in as hard as possible, to that way keep things from moving forward. And then next turn did it again with another Stonehorn. Next turn did it again with the next Stonehorn.
I will say that new monstrous action is so good. Like that time you moved 15 inches and just like blanketed everything. I was like, dang, like they're super fast. They're super aggro. If I had to pick an MVP for you, I would probably pick the Huskard on Stonehorn because he was so damn hard to deal with because of his -1 to wound, and he just killed everything. He killed a Bone Shaper, then he killed some Mortek Guard, and then he just careened into the Necropolis Stalkers and the Morghast Harbingers, and like he was just unkillable. And then that last turn, the bottom of battle round 3, where I fought with the Necropolis Stalkers and the Morghast Harbinger, and they're all -3 Ren multi-damage attacks, and I didn't get a single attack through. And I think it's because of that -1 to wound. So that would be my MVP if I was running your army today. Let's talk about LVPs. Who did the worst?
Probably the Mournfang, just because I slow played them a little too much.
Yeah. I think it would be interesting. The way that you played them was kind of for objective grabbing, not really damage dealers. I think splitting that into a unit of 4 and a unit of 2 could have play. So you could like go take 2 Mournfangs to nab an objective, and then just take the other 4 to just smash into me with everything else. That will be really good. That would be really good into like an army that shoots. You know what I mean? Because that way you can eat the Unleash Hell with the 2 Mournfang pack, and then you can just smash everything there. I think you played your battle tactics really well. I was hopeful that I'd be able to kind of come back in battle rounds 3, 4, and 5 once I dealt with some threats, but I just could not win a roll off. Wonderful job. I'm definitely gonna give MVP to the Morghast Harbingers because they did their one job. They went in and they killed the Thunder Tusk, and
deleted 2 Mournfang just.
Yeah, I mean, they hit really hard. I got to give LVP to Archon the Black. He miscast when he needed to get.
That was bad.
He needed to get 3 arcane bolts off, and he miscast. And then he just went down like a wet noodle once you fought into him. He was around for a couple turns, but yeah, he's going to get LVP. I think that the Necropolis Stalkers did surprisingly well, except for that last roll where they completely whiffed. But I really like them. I think putting them in a unit of 6 makes a little bit more sense. The only problem is coherency, right? So I've got to break base, make triangles. It's doable though, so that's probably what I'll do next time.
You just gotta have a PhD in mathematics, like most Ogre players have.
Yeah. Oh, sure. Yeah. Like, I love Bonereapers. I play them, I play as hard as I can every time I play them. There's just some things they can't do that make them really tricky to play, but I think that using all the arcane bolts, dropping the Stonehorn Beast Riders, getting rid of the Thunder Tusk, I think that was a huge play, but I really just needed a double. I mean, with how hard you hit and how much you pinned me in the first battle round, I needed that double at any point during the game before I was tabled to like have a chance, and it just didn't pan out this game, which is fine. That's the way things go, and it's great to see you get a win with your Ogres, man, so congrats.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for having me out. It's been a pleasure.
Absolutely. So we're going to put everything away and reset, and we are going to be playing Sons of Behemoth with King Broad versus Slaves to Darkness for our next battle today. So that should be coming out next week or sometime soon around this video. So keep an eye out for that. Once again, like, share, subscribe, share with all your friends, and we'll see you for the next battle report.